Hello, my name is Anne-Marie. I'm Tarot with Anne-Marie, and I am helping you with the workshop all about the tarot cards. And today we continue through the journey of the Pentacles. So we've been working our way through the major arcana and some of the minor cards. We've done the swords and the cups and the wands, and we're now at the pentacles. So here we go. We are continuing forwards with the pentacles. So we're kicking off with Three of Pentacles. Great number three. Three is the number of creation. And the Three of Pentacles shows a scene of three figures standing outside a building which looks a little bit like a church or a council building of sorts. One looks like a stonemason standing on a bench, working, carving his way and making things beautiful, so he is skilled. The other looks as if it's the architect there in the cloak, and it looks as if we've got the member of the establishment standing there also discussing it. So what does it mean? Well, it's kind of like saying, you need to collaborate, you need to actually cooperate, and you need to actually all work together. So the Three of Pentacles is very much about manifesting things, not just on your own, but with the help of teams, okay? It can actually signify employment in a small working environment. So this is never a card of somebody who is self-employed. If it is, they're on contract, and they're on contract for short terms only. They're collaborating, they're cooperating, they are working with others rather than just solely a sole trader. It's also an elevated position, and so, as I said, it's not about the self-employed. This is someone who's starting at the bottom and working their way upwards. There is skill and training involved when this card shows up. So even if you are somebody who is qualified in X, Y, and Z, there is more to learn. There is more skills for you to learn. Morning, Sherry. Hi, how are you? Another couple of days and it's your very happy birthday. Good morning, and let's wish Sherry a very happy birthday. Sorry, too many s there. And I'm silly. I forgot my water, so it's hot, but I've got the aircon on, so I'll be fine. Now, it's lovely to see you. Thank you so much for saying hi, and hello to the 6 people watching. You're very welcome. Please do stay with us while we learn a little bit about our cards, the 3 and the 4 of Pentacles. So, there's skill and training involved, and it's working with lots of people. Now, this can be schools, hospitals, governments, councils, local governments. Sherry, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I'm going to add that to the broadcast because that's lovely. Okay, let's just pop that there. Very happy birthday to Sherry for Monday, the 11th of July. Okay, so it's about dealing with people from organisations such as schools, hospitals, councils, local health centres, anything that involves teamwork and its collaboration. Now, obviously, I work with pairs, so it would depend upon what the major card was. So let's say you had something like the Hierophant, which would all be about traditional establishments. So that could be the church, that could be the government, that could be the council, that could be teaching, schools, colleges, universities, that kind of thing, academy, you name it. So it depends what's going on there. If it was something like the Empress, it would be a softer, more nurturing energy, and in a collaboration of working as a team that's full of nurture and organic things that are being created amongst those people. Okay, so it's about collaborating and learning and implementing those things. Remember that Pentacles are to do with things that we're manifesting, things that we have materialized. Something's already got going. You've got something concrete already. It's also about taking pride in your attainment, creating masterpieces. That's why we've got what looks like a stonemason there, who is very skilled. very capable in carving out something rather beautiful. It's also about reaching the peak of your trade or profession, so it's an ongoing journey, as it were, and enjoying your own artistry and accomplishment while you're working with others or a practice with a skill or a craft. But it usually is teamwork, skill, craft, being able, you can be, this often comes up for me, and it can be that it's more to do with collaborating with other people with different skills and learning how to do things and become proficient or skilled in something new, like editing or software or things that don't go with my profession, like reading tarot cards. You think, well, how come you're editing and this and that and the other? You have to be able to kind of wear many different sort of hats and accomplish different things, unless you want to pay a fortune and allow people to manage you or take accountability or be the puppet masters. So it's whether you want a puppet master or whether you want to pay or whether you want to turn around and collaborate in short ways. So, maybe working with teams of people that can help you with X part of your journey, where you can learn, like I do, from Ecamm or Restream or Final Cut Pro, some of the software that I use in order to stream, to be able to deliver the tarot messages to you, to be able to share what we've got, in the hope that it will help people, and in the hope that hopefully it will also help me by you trusting me and wanting to actually work with me at some point in the future. It's not about anything other than that. So, thank you very much. We share the same day. Thank you very much, Sherry. I hope you're going to have a ball, because I am. Okay, I intend to kind of go out and just do something incredibly. I love being out and about. So I've said, can we go out for the day somewhere and let's see lots of things, do lots of nice things, such as the beach or a drive. Those are the two things that will really, really make my day. So that's what we're going to do. Take a picnic and off we go. So there you go. Hi, Berinda. How are you? So thank you very much for that, Sherry. And I do hope you're going to do something lovely. And as we get older and wiser, I continue to not just celebrate the day, but to actually celebrate the whole of July and do wonderful things and nurture myself in the best way possible. So I really wish you a very happy birthday too, Sherry. Thank you very much. Hi, Berinda. Yes, I am well. Thank you. How are you? Good. Okay, so this is also about being recognized in your chosen field. And Berinda, this is a card that would make sense to you, because you are actually in this kind of scenario with your work at the moment and what you're doing. You are learning a skill, you're working with a team, you are continuing to train, you are continuing to become some part of learning and implementing and taking pride in your attainment. So it's reaching the peak of your trade or your profession. Okay, so being recognised in your chosen field. So it's lovely to have you all along. Thank you so much for coming in. I've got quite a few people that are interested in learning the tarot. Incidentally, if you do want a copy of my free PDF, which you're welcome to have, depends which one you want. You can have them all, but you need to tell me that you want them all. Just drop me a line at hello@tarotwithanne-marie.com or hello@tarotcourses.online. Okay, either of those, and I can send you the PDF for the Pentacles, or the Swords, Cups, Major, whichever it is that you want. And you can have that. Your copy will be white, mine's colourful, so that I don't get washed out on camera. Nothing more. Okay, so you're very, very welcome. And in our Restream there, it's been put up for you, if you want to, that you can actually go on and look at the courses on there, which is tarotcourses.online if you want to actually learn a little bit about what I do and how I can help you further than just this short workshop time that we get together once a week. The other thing I would actually say is, it's been put on there, hello@tarotcourses.online. So if you want your free copy, you're very, very welcome. If you want to see what it looks like, you're very welcome to pop into Hello at Tarot with Anne-Marie, and you'll see an e-flip book. Just flip through that and that's how it will look. It will look just like I've got here, but you're only seeing one page out of about 80. Okay, so any questions, anyone? Anybody want to ask anything? Okay, sometimes we get people coming in wanting to know a little bit more. Okay, maybe not. So let's move this on to our next card, which is the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles, here we see our figure sitting in the card in a surrounding that looks like, again, always looks, if you look really closely in most of the Waite decks, you'll see that it looks like a screen's been pulled down behind our figure, okay, and that they are indeed standing on a stage. Okay, if you look at the bottom, sort of where his feet is, you can kind of see where the bottom of that ends in old theatres. But the scene behind him is all about buildings and maybe the town, maybe the city. Looks like a castle there in the background with a little flag waving. The cone-shaped sort of rooftops, all of that. But our figure is showing that he has the Four of Pentacles, one at the top of his head, on top of his crown, one holding it in the heart area, around the chest, and 1 foot with a pentacle on the left and 1 foot with a pentacle on the right. And this is telling us that this character is holding on to what he has. It's a card of consolidation, and it's a card of possessions. It's what you have, okay? Sometimes people say, oh, this is very miserly or very greedy. Maybe so. It depends on what major card you've got, and it depends where it's coming up in your spread as to which point it's at, So that could be in the second house, which is the house of finance. So if it came up in the second house in your spread, which is the house of Taurus, the house of finance, and it came up that this person was maybe, say, the Emperor or the Devil, those two cards together would show that there was possessiveness with the Four of Pentacles. If it came up, say, with the Fool, well, it could say this person is naive with holding on to money. Whereas if it's the Emperor, it could be this person controls money. If it's the Hierophant, it's this person that deals with money and holds on to it in traditional ways, okay? If it's the Empress, it might be that this woman, or this person, I beg your pardon, is actually nurturing money and saving things for a rainy day for things she loves and cares about. So can you see how the major card can really help? And once we've finished going through the cards, I'll be doing all sorts of surprising, wonderful tips and tricks to help you in ways that I have come across that are very useful if you want to read tarot full-time or at a professional level, or you want to be really proficient at what you do and you're just an enthusiast that wants to be better, okay? But remember that, by learning this, I mean, seriously, if you think about it, what was my intuition telling me, all those years ago? As a child, I spent all my pocket money on everything and anything to do with astrology. My first real look at sort of tarot cards were on sort of films that were on Friday nights, and it was intriguing, crystal balls, all that kind of thing, which of course I do have. One day I'll actually, it's over there, as in you can't see it's behind my computer, but it is there, okay? And I can share, the kind of tools that I have collected over the years and what it's done for me. But what it was leading towards was kind of picking up all of those things, putting them all together, a bit like our Four of Pentacles, holding on to all of that. So it's not just money, it's things that you're collecting. Collecting something, you've got a collection. And what was it for? It was for the fact that one day I was going to set up a huge old company and kind of get going with the tarot, despite the fact that I earned much more money in my day job than I expected to earn with the tarot right at the beginning, so much so I had to do both jobs for a couple of years before I could make that complete switch. And when I did make that switch, I had to give up an awful lot of our material security, because it was a case of, right, okay, this is a business and we've got to plow it all back in. Time, money, effort, all of that kind of thing. So there's an awful lot there. Don't always think that Pentacles are money. It is not just money. It is things that you collect, it is things that you need, it is things that you hold on to, and it depends what major card it comes up with. And as I always say, it depends where it is in the spread. So learning tarot, you've really, people say, oh, I'll go with your intuition. That's fine, but you can get scared about giving people, the tarot's advice or the tarot's guidance, because it could be this, it could be that, it might be this, you might say the wrong thing, you might say to somebody when this comes up, because you've learned that it's a greedy card, you're greedy. Well, that's not very nice, is it? Or, oh, hang on a minute, you hoard money. Again, that's not nice. Insecure as a person, that's not nice either. It could be that you could say to that person that when this comes up, maybe in the 4th house, which is the house of Cancer, in the spread, hold on a minute, you're going to need to hold on to some cash, and it's going to make you feel really insecure about doing so, but you need it because the 4th house, which is your domestic arrangements, you are going to need that money for a rainy day. Totally changes from the first statement, doesn't it? Do you see? So you see, it's being able to have a system where you can almost learn an alphabet and bring it together in stepping stone ways that helps you understand how the cards are speaking to you and what it actually means. Yes, your intuition will be a big part of it, but you can use this method and this system and your intuition together. And that's the whole idea, So this can also signify, as we can see in the background of our scene here, real estate. Okay, so it could be about property, and that can be, it could be owning a tent, a caravan, some small sort of allotment, or some piece of land, or a mansion, or a town, or a company. You see, so in our card, there is a need to hold on to things. And I explained you could be collecting things in order to actually be putting everything together a little bit later on for a bigger and much more sort of advanced project than you first realize. Our intuition and our guidance guides us and gives us the headlines of what we need to know. It doesn't show us the whole drama or the whole film or the whole movie, as it were, because we are only meant to know enough to actually think it, feel it, act on it, and then come up with a product. Then the next part of the journey is revealed, I always knew I wanted to work in some way with intuition, psychic abilities, astrology, all that kind of thing. But when, back in the day, it was all about calculating things for astrology, and I'm impatient with myself. So it was like, no, I've got to find something that actually connects with me better than this. So later on, software was developed for astrology. By then, I was so deep into Reiki, crystals, chakras, crystal balls, the runes, tarot, oracle cards, angel cards, that my love of astrology kind of connected in to that. Okay, so that's when the whole thing kind of came together. It's a hodgepodge, as it were. And I had stuff, I'd put things together. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just driven to do it. It was like, it's passionate. I need to actually put this together. When I first started my first company, I actually put every combination of the 22 major cards and the 56 minor cards as combinations, and I recorded it. It took me 2 years. because in my little studio in London, which was my bedroom, spare bedroom, there was noise outside, as you can imagine. Aeroplanes going past, wagons going past, had to stop. And then it was like, hang on a minute. Somebody said to me, oh, that's all very well and good, Anne-Marie, and she was a lawyer, and she said, what about people that can't hear you? You need to do a written version. So off I went again, did that. And that then led to, okay, now I need some copyright-free images, and now I need a website. And hang on a minute, now I've got somebody that can actually make this become what would be software, to make it happen, that you could ask the software to kind of almost spin a wheel, in my mind, and it would pick a combination of what I'd done, and then you'd get your reading and your two cards would pop up and on would come my voice and give you a reading. And that's how I started. And then it was like, okay, underneath it was the written word, but it was all animated, so you could actually use the mouse on your computer to slide and pick the card that you wanted. So you were actually picking those cards. They were really shuffling, etc., etc. So that's what I did back in the day. And, that's what I mean about collecting things. I had all the images, I had all the books, I had all the artwork, I had all the graphics, I had the words, I had the books to kind of put the language together, because how we speak is not how we write. And it wasn't blogging, it was actually about giving somebody a reading and being able to actually deliver my message in a way that's different to talking one-to-one with the person. So I had to learn all of that. So Four of Pentacles, do you see what I mean? It's not just about holding on to money. It's about holding on to maybe your knowledge, to hold it together, to see where this is needed for that rainy day when you suddenly go, right, this is it. I've really fed up with my day job and I've had enough. And you know what? I'm going to put all that stuff together I've been collecting, and I'm going to come up with a business or a business idea or a project. And off we go. We are going to use this little bit of pot of gold that I've got here to help me along, because that rainy day has come. It's not just about fixing the roof and getting a new car and hoarding money and saying I'm being mean, I'm not being your friend, and you give me money and I sort of don't give it back. Now, that can be what the Four of Pentacles is about, but not always. And so, how? So I'm here to give you some ideas to think outside of that and to go, gosh, never thought of it like that. When you put it like that, how would I know that? Well, you would use pairs to start with, and you would look at, who is this? So it's always the person in the court card that is having a reading, a current, and it's an aspect of anyone that they're asking about. So that could be my boss, my next door neighbour, my friend, my parents, my kids, my friendship, my lover, the person I'm interested in, my special person, any of those things, okay? It's telling us when we've got this card, do not spend money willy-nilly, okay? So I put don't spend money because I wanted to keep it as bullet points, okay? And it's about saving money, because one day that rainy day will come and you will need that security and you will need to conserve it, because, there may be a scarcity. So it's like, well, I can't leave my job because I don't have anything to back up with. Well, Four of Pentacles is saying to you, you never know when that time will come, and you may need that little pot of gold to actually get yourself out of something that makes you feel trapped, unhappy, or that there's something better out there for you, okay? Four of Pentacles is also a little bit of control. It's about having a certain amount of control over oneself, okay? Not controlling too many things, unless, of course, we've got the Devil card. And the Devil card with that wouldn't just mean it's the person having the reading, because there's not a court card there. Where did it come up? It could come up that that's happening to them at work, or that's happening in their household, someone in their home is doing that, or it's happening in their self, which is they're doing it to themselves, or it's happening in the outside influences. So having a map of where it lands tells you exactly where it is. You know, in the first house, the self; in the second house, the house of finance; in the sixth house, work or daily routines, you know. Or maybe in the sixth house, it's health matters. So their health could be restricting them from, you know, doing what they want to do. Do you see what I mean? Might need to say, well, hang on a minute, I'm going to have an operation and I need to save my pennies because, you know, I'm not going to be on full pay for a few months while I recoup. All sorts of things. Don't just go, boom, I'll pick one and it means that. Use pairs. Use a strategy. Use the spread that I teach you. If you want to find out about that, it's all on the website of tarotcourses.online. Okay, so let me show you what the Pentacle course looks like on my website. So I'm going to play you a short sort of video, minute or two, while I then get some cards ready to show you some examples of different decks of the Three and the Four of Pentacles shown in different decks, and whether or not you'd like that deck. Could you use that? You know, you could be drawn to certain decks. So we'll go through that in a minute. So for now, we are going to have a look at the Pentacles on my courses. Welcome to the Pentacle family, the Minor Arcana, the Suit of Pentacles, the Earth family. Here you can enroll into my comprehensive video course with me, where I will teach you everything you need to know about the Suit of Pentacles. Now, deep down, most people will probably own a deck of cards and really don't know how to read them. And that's sad if you're an aspiring tarot reader and you want to know so much more. Here's a course where you can learn at your own pace and start the lessons whenever you desire. By going on to the system, you're able to follow the strategy of how this unique course allows you to learn the symbology of the Rider-Waite based decks and what the element of Earth really means. Pentacles answer the questions about finances, comfort, industry, and productivity. Earth is tactile and tangible and deals with the ability to manifest your goals. It represents the resources that we need to build our lives and ambitions, and creates the foundations, which is stable, supportive, and fertile. The sensory existence and the seeking of pleasurable and sometimes indulgent experiences. You will also learn the negative aspect of the Suit of Pentacles, including being possessive, greedy, and overly materialistic. You will learn about overindulging and not exercising, managing one's finances to the detriment of other life priorities. Here's a little bit about me. My name is Anne-Marie. I'm your instructor, taking you through the Minor Arcana, the Pentacles. So why not enroll now and learn as much as you can about the Earth family, the Suit of Pentacles. Here's a course where you can learn my unique system and fast. And here I am back with some cards for you. So I've got 4 different decks for you today, and I have they're big boxes. So we've got this one, which is the Urban Tarot, which you may have seen, and I decided to show you the Muse Deck, which people absolutely love. Okay, so let's put that one there. Okay, and there's the Urban Tarot deck, which is a very exciting deck. It really is. And this one. Okay, so I'm going to show you this one to start off with. So this is the Baroque Bohemian Cats Tarot. Okay, and by Karen Mahoney and Alex Ukalov. I absolutely love their decks. I've had this years and years and years. You can still actually get it, no problem at all. Okay, I'm sure that you look at that 2004 by Magic Realist Press. And that, I think, is still on Amazon. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous deck. And I've got many decks by these artists. So that's that one. And this one is the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. And this is absolutely one of my favourites. Yeah, you'll see why. And that's by Poppy Palin. Okay, so let's start with the Baroque Bohemian Cats Tarot. So if we look here, this is the Three of Pentacles. Gorgeous deck, cats. Yeah, if you like cats. So that's what's going on in this particular deck. Now, it's difficult when you look at that image to see what we saw a moment ago, which was, you know, our stonemason and the architect and the monk standing outside. There you would actually understand that, hold on a minute, you know, while I was looking at that image in the Rider-Waite, I was able to see that this is about working as a team and. As gorgeous as this is, it's not that obvious. We've got a cat here all dressed up and finery, and you know, a couple of cats sort of standing here, but you can't really tell what's going on. As lovely as it really is gorgeous. This is what I say to you. Sometimes I'll pick the not so great images. Why? Because if you get a deck and you start to work with it and you go, I love it, and then you suddenly go, oh my gosh, I can't read this card, I can't use it. You need to sort of, you know, spend some time with it. You need to get to know it. You need to actually say, what are you trying to tell me? Or you may, with a client, need to actually use something you feel much more comfortable with and save this for yourself, and maybe go more into your intuition and use a system and method, you know, that works for you when you're reading for yourself. And people say, oh, you can't read for yourself. Of course you can. Use a system. I have read for myself for years, and it has guided me all the way from the time, you know, when I sat in 1999, I was sitting in Dubai in 40 degrees heat. It was so hot. I was on holiday. My brother lived there, and I was like, okay, it's too hot for us to do anything. And you know what? There's only so much shopping that we can actually do. Let's stay cool. And there's only so many restaurants you can actually visit. So we sat in, and that's when I kind of started what I told you, put everything, notes together, and started collating everything that I'd ordered and saved, as in over the years, and thought, right, what can I do? You know, and that's where it started for me to build a company, which kind of came together as in 2004, 5, and 6, and I can't remember which year we went live, but it takes time. Okay, so there you go. All right, that's a beautiful deck. Okay, if we then move to this one, which is this is the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. Sorry, I'm looking at it, wasn't showing you. Okay. Poppy Palin, gorgeous box. Look, not just a little white book, huge. You know, all your pages. There we go. You know, and the whole book's like that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Even the back, you know, really lovely. But I love this. This really speaks in this image, okay? You know, 3 of coins going along in the barge there, okay? And we can see that everybody's working. Everyone's working as a team. He's going through the lock. There's somebody up here, somebody up here, you know. Everybody's moving out of the way. Everybody's working in that scene to make things happen, to create something, to make it happen, to continue, you know, moving forward, say the barge going through the actual lock there. So gorgeous scene, you know, really lovely, lovely images. And I love the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. Okay. Also, just to mention, in the cards, there are different coloured backgrounds of the minor cards. So for the suit of Pentacles, the Earth family, a green, and Can you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So the cups are light blue, blades, which are swords, are purple, and fiery friends. One family are kind of like a reddish sort of russet sort of colour. Gorgeous. I mean, just look. You see? So this is a great deck. I mean, just look at that. Not that we're doing that card today, but you see my point, yeah? And so I just love the artists of the Bohemian Cats Tarot and thought it was really different. And there's some court cards in there that are magical. So it was the court cards that pulled me to the Bohemian Cats Tarot, and I use court cards very, very deeply when I do a reading, an in-depth reading for someone. The Urban Tarot, okay, yeah, again, all this gorgeous symbology. So here we've got works, you know. I have to say that I've looked at this a few times. It's very difficult to see on camera there that says works, but it does, okay. Yeah, so this is working. Between the 3 and the 5 of the Urban Tarot, it looked as if it said worry, because the writing actually looked almost the same. And yeah, I could have put my glasses on to read, but usually fine, you know, as in, unless it's, you know, the ingredients on a packet, tiny writing, you know. I was like, gosh. So do look at that. Maybe it's just me, okay. Just thought, gosh, why has she done, you know, the same word for the 3 and the 5 of the same suit? It just didn't make sense until I really strained. So it does say works, and the 5 of discs, Robin calls it, is worry, okay, which would make sense. All right, so here we've got the fact that they are creating together. Everyone's working as a team to get this building going up, you know, to create, to make something happen. And, you know, it would take the crane driver, the architect, you know, the guy that's actually radioing on his walkie-talkie to say what to do, where to actually put that. Everyone's in communication, you know, the building blocks here, whole thing coming together, teamwork, beautiful. So great image, absolutely love that. The Muse deck. Okay, beautiful, beautiful deck. Absolutely love it. Colours galore, amazing. Quite hard to read with. I beg your pardon. Quite hard to read with. I find that very beautiful. And yes, you could make a statement. I don't think I could give much depth with these cards, to be honest. I absolutely adore them. Absolutely do. But I cannot get the depth out of them that I desire as a reader, okay? That's just me. And they are beautiful for maybe pulling and doing what would be a very short sort of, you know, for today, here's your card for today. Perfect for that, which is probably, you know, the main reason I actually use them, such as my Instagram posts and things like that. But I find it incredibly difficult to read with them. I sometimes bring them into a live because it's a quick, short question. Absolutely fine. I'm not trying to sway you. I'm just giving you my personal experience. You please tell me what's yours. You know, I'm really happy to hear what you have to say on that, okay? We don't seem to have that many people coming in from Twitch today. If you're on Twitch, say hi. LinkedIn, those kind of places. It'd be good to hear from you. Okay, so let's look now at the 4 each of these decks before we finish, and I'll let you go and have your weekend. Right. Okay. So we have got the 4 of Pentacles here, and here we have a gorgeous sort of looking cat that is sitting on his throne and kind of, you know, almost showing that he's holding on to that. You know, is he being careful and kind of going, I have to hand and share out to people that are most deserving because I'm in a privileged position? Or can it be seen that he's miserly or greedy? Okay, it would depend where it is in the spread. Who is it? Okay, it's not a court card. Okay, so it's not really an aspect of that person. It would be, where is it coming up? So court cards are aspects of the person having the reading, and we're not doing court cards at the moment. We will get there like we did before, again and again with the suits, but it's not, it's something that's going on, okay, rather than it's that person. Unless you are looking at saying, hold on a minute, I want to know about the Leo, and you get the Strength card come up, which is Leo, and then you see that Strength card, and this comes in, and you go, right, what's going on with the Leo? Where's it landing? Could be in emotions. So therefore, instead of saying, oh, he's mean with money, actually, no. You've got the major card, which is Strength. It's telling you astrologically, Leo, that person's asking about a Leo. Okay, you get the Four of Pentacles, and you see it's in the emotions. Changes everything, because emotionally, this person holds on to things that have happened, memories, things like that, things that have happened between them, So very much it changes everything. What if it comes up in, the second house, the house of finance? We just got Rico on here, or Richo. Hi, how are you doing? Let me move it to here. I'm good. Nice to see you, my darling. Thank you for saying hello. I do love it when people speak to me and say hi on this. Friday nights, it's the opposite. It's so busy, which we love, but it's moving so fast, because I'm delivering readings, that I don't get a chance to have chit-chat. Whereas this is interaction. And I know that you're all sort of wanting to learn, which is great. But if you say hi and ask me anything, that's what I'm here for. I appreciate if you just want to listen. But if you say hello, then I know who's watching, and that it's worth it, because this is a less popular spot show, if you like, than me giving away lives. But this is my love. This is my absolute love to share this with you, because it's getting people started and giving them something that's not so easy to find there, despite the internet and all the courses that's available for you to maybe learn something where you can actually go off and change your entire life by having a profession that you absolutely adore and get paid for, like I do. Well, if I can actually maybe in some way help somebody on their journey to do that, then it's worth it, isn't it? Which I've done many times before, but that was also with a big old company, and this is a softer way that I wanted to do. Okay, so there you go. Right, so this one, again, this is our Everyday Enchantment Tarot, is the Four of Coins, and here we've got a child that's built sandcastle, which is representing the fact that there's some consolidation going on here, some sort of security, his castle. But it's also showing in his hands 4 coins, okay, which is symbolic there of, he's holding on to this. Maybe he's holding on to his pocket money in order to get his castle later on, a real one, maybe, And then we've got this lovely symbology of, we've got the gull there, we've got the crab there, we've got, the spade and the bucket. We've got something here that looks like a little creature that's maybe an earth elemental, something like that, Absolutely lovely. We've got the scene in the background here of the beach and people playing, or running, and with the dog. So it's all about holding on to something, isn't it? And so, remember, this is why I said it's not just money. Don't get that one wrong. I know people can ask about it, but it depends on your other cards that will absolutely speak to you and tell you for sure. You've got a system to go, right, that goes with that. And that's what we're going to be doing in a couple of weeks, And I can only do so much with you on here. You'll have to go onto the courses to really be able to do it. It might give you a taste for what it is, where you could go, gosh, I get it. I really get it. It really makes sense to me. You know, it's all coming together now instead of actually going, oh, you know, I feel this and I feel that. And, you know, I did so many classes as a student where, you know, I did learn things, but it would be, oh, I can see a lady and I can smell lavender. And they used to be really controlling. She always did a washing on a Monday. And what has that got to do with what I need to know right now? You know, yeah, it can be a comfort for somebody, but they bring that into a tarot reading. That's much more mediumship. That's much more to do with guidance, you know. And yeah, you know, people need answers, and if you can provide them, you are part of a really amazing part of their journey in their life, and they won't forget you for giving them that guidance, you know, because life changed when they actually understood it all, and you could be part of that. So, you know, it's a great job. I am saying that. Okay, so the Urban Tarot, 4 of Discs, as Robin Scott calls it. And this is, you know, showing a beautiful building where, you know, it's like a skyscraper, you know, consolidation again of the 4 of Pentacles. And in that scene, you know, it's been consolidated and used in order to actually building blocks to make things happen. So if you save money, you've got money to be able to work on a project. I think that's the point here and here. Okay, again, lovely, lovely image. But can you see what I'm saying? Yeah, we've got 4 flowers, and you know, intuitively you would be able to go, I feel this and I see that, and you know, you create something and it grows, and then, you know, if you hold on to it, it's beautiful and it's lovely. It really is. But it's some of the cards in this actual deck are not helpful to some readers, including me. You know, I absolutely love it, and intuitively I would get a complete different message. Okay, but if you are learning, so yes, of course I can use them, but I would probably pick that deck for somebody and go, right, I'm feeling this, boom, I'm connecting, you know, perhaps with somebody who's creative or artistic, or you know, working in some sort of, it's a very feminine deck, which is gorgeous, and kind of doesn't need too much depth. So there you go. So different decks, very, very different to the Rider-Waite, going from cats to amazing sort of scenes. This is very modern, and so is this. This is more sort of worldwide. This is very American, which I love. Love, 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 love. And this is very much along the lines of some great intuitive images. But do remember that your intuition could actually take you into sort of feeling a little bit like card blindness, like I talked about before. Okay, so I do hope that that is okay. Okay, so yeah, we've got a few people coming in from Twitch. They seem to think that I am from some sort of amazing song. I must look this up. Okay, guacamole, guacamole. I've got to look this up. I'm getting confused, and people are confusing me, I beg your pardon, with that song, as if they think it's me. So who knows? Who knows? Not to worry. So hi, Serenity of Soul. Hi sis, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm good. How are you? Good to see you. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Victor, how are you doing? Oh, you're welcome. You're very, very welcome. No readings today, Rajni. This is tuition. Okay. Some sort of queen icon. Guacamole, guacamole. Okay. Can you let me know a little bit? What am I looking for? Who are you confusing me with? Serenity of Soul. Yeah, it's interesting. I've got to look this up. I'm not as busy today with readings at the moment, so I might get a chance to do that as I hop off here and go and Google that and see if I can find out. Guacamole, something like that. I think that I am the singer from that song. Ashik Coco. That'd be something, wouldn't it? Wow, sounds really good. So, I believe it's something to do with teenage icon, which I've been told before and I forgot all about it. My apologies. So, Serenity of Soul. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Good. Excellent, Victor. All is well. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, that brings us to the end of today. Thank you so much for watching. If anybody's got any questions, you're welcome to type them now. You're welcome. It's my pleasure to share how to read the cards a little bit with you here, and for you to actually go back and watch the previous videos. I have numbered them as in with, that little hashtag sort of sign that is like number 1, number 2, so that you can go in order if that's what you want. And I've labelled them for the 2 cards that I'm doing. So you'll find that in the playlist on my YouTube channel of how to read the tarot cards. I think I've put it under that. And you can find, I think I've even sectioned it into the swords, the cups, the wands, the pentacles, so that you are able, the major arcana, so that you're able to have a look. And I did this before, so you could even go back and look at how I did it, a while back now, maybe 2 years ago, on a Monday morning group on Facebook. I think I did it on YouTube. So yeah, I did. Yeah, it streamed onto there as well. So you're more than welcome to actually have a look. Oh, Sherry, thank you so much. You are an absolute delight. I absolutely love that. Bless your cotton socks for saying that. I do like feedback. It is important to me. It's why. If I don't know how it's going, I don't know whether you want more of the same or less, or to change something. But it's my pleasure to do it this way. It's how I would like it if I was sitting at home, and that's the only way I can do it. If you've got any ideas or something like that, you can always suggest it to me. I am limited for time. I do try and make it it's a bit like we're all in class together, okay? And that you are comfortable enough to be able to reach out and ask for any sort of advice, support from each other, or from me. So until next time, when I look forward to seeing you at some point next Saturday for more tarot tuition, I will say ta-ta. I will pay out with my courses. This is the tarot courses.online, where you can learn how to be a tarot reader by choosing a course that you look. It's about paying for the course. You sit down, you watch your video, stop and start it whenever you want. Victor's had a little go at doing one of his, and he's working his way through one of the courses right now. And yeah, he said it just kind of helped him bring it all back together, because right at the beginning, okay, he's not gone on to learn the method. So he's recapping over the cards, and that's what it's there for, so you can know everything astrologically or planet-wise, and everything you need to know about your major arcana or your minor arcana, and then you can get cracking. And once you know your ABC, you're able to learn the method, and the method is much more simple than perhaps learning the cards. And people say, do you need to memorize them? No, they need to resonate with you, and you need to know, the connections. It's no good saying, oh, which one's Aries again? Because you're missing out so much if you do that, and it's such a shame. Okay, so I'll see you next Friday for more live readings at 5, and I'll see you on Saturday if you want to join us for more tarot tuition. Till then, from me, Anne-Marie, I'm going to play you out with my colourful courses, which is tarotcourses.online.